Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is June the 17th, 2019. Strong hand. Long-term thinking, offended by selling, be a unique beast, value your wealth in Bitcoin, unconfiscatable, your home for Bitcoin insider information. Follow me on Twitter, TECHBALT. Disrupt Meister, all my old shows. Remember, question and answers today. Type in Bitcoin Meister if you're watching this live. Let's start off with talking about this date in history. June the 17th, 1994. Oh, wow. I feel like getting in my white Bronco, driving around. Yeah, man. Los Angeles, get on the highway. I was thinking about that when I was running today over the highway. And it's funny. My magical bot, obviously, since 25 years ago, on this very day in 1994, obviously, Bitcoin was going to be $9,400 today, right? Because in 1994, the white Bronco chase happened. So obviously, right? Yeah, I mean, that's what my bot told me. Bowie bot. You know, all you guys who believe magical bots, I mean, it's just as logical. It's just as logical as one of those charts you see. Yeah, obviously, 1994, it happened 25 years ago. And so today it had to be 9,400. It was, yeah, of course. Pound that like button. It's just as ridiculous. But yeah, what a day to be in Los Angeles 25 years after all that stuff. So the FAANG coin. FAANG coin? What the heck's FAANG coin, Adam? Well, Cameron Winklevoss, who's got a lot of Bitcoin, and you should aim to be like him. There's so many haters of the Winklevi. I've had videos many a time. I've said, instead of hating them, be in motion and try to be like them. And I've been talking about that since 2015. So if you've been trying to be like a Winklevi since 2015, you're doing pretty well for yourself. But he has a very interesting tweet. He says, every FAANG company will have its own coin within 24 months. A FAANG company, of course, is Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. Those high-flying tech stocks that, of course, I don't buy because I only buy Bitcoin. Pound that like button. He's got a point. And this is something I've been talking about in other shows. They want a piece of the pie. They want a piece of the action. They want their own coins. And again, we've seen this before back in the internet revolution when every company tried to have their own intranet. If they're going to have a centralized coin, in the long run, in the short run, it'll probably get people excited about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and get more people. I welcome them. This is where the big boys play. If they want to fork off of Bitcoin, I think that would be great. But I would assume that they'll try to do all of them will try to do something like Facebook in the next 24 months, a centralized stable coin. More power to them if they do a real cryptocurrency, more power to them. And if they fork it off of Bitcoin. So we shall see. But yeah, Cameron is thinking what I'm thinking here. They all want a piece of it. And so don't be shocked and take it as a positive. Take it as a positive. Again, if you were in this space in 2015, like I was, go check out disruptmeister.com to see the videos from 2015. This is like surreal that those companies, that it's really possible in the next 24 months they'll all have their own so-called cryptocurrencies. We shall see if they are real cryptocurrencies. But hey, make crypto dividends of Bitcoin, dudes. That's what you. And another take on this, if all five of those companies end up with their own cryptocurrencies, you better believe that the regulatory environment for cryptocurrencies will be pretty good in the United States. The United States won't be trying to outlaw cryptocurrency if those five companies, if even two of those five companies have their own cryptocurrencies. Okay. Now, the U.S. still might not like Bitcoin, but I think if they let those five onto the playing field, all the FUD about regulation will not come to fruition. But we shall see. Let's not rush things, and it might not even happen. It's just a theory of a Cameron Winklevi. But I am I agree with him that in the next 24 months, I mean, it's going to be 2021. The world will be a lot different. I mean, think back to 2017, how different the world was. This time in 2017, everyone was fudding about, oh, there's going to be this fork. What's King of the Trolls going to do next? Is he going to bring down Bitcoin? Look how much we've changed. From 2 years ago, everyone's fudding about King of the Trolls and Bcash. And now today we're talking about Facebook is going to definitely have its own coin. And maybe 2 years from now, those 5 companies will have their own. What a world. It's just a great time to be freaking alive. And the strong hands win out. We didn't panic when the King of the Trolls was talking about Bcash. And we realized it was nothing but a crypto dividend. And yeah, thanks for the free Bcash, King of the Trolls. Pound that like button if you're watching. He has watched this show before, actually. He's been on the show before. And it's in the archives. Check it out. And what is this? The Hodlonaut. Hodlonaut is back. He's back. You might remember that fake Toshi Jim Jones threatened to sue him, and then he disappeared. He was a great contributor on Bitcoin Twitter, and now he's back. And what he says is he's back on Twitter regarding the legal situation. All I can state at this point is that I have issued proceedings against fake Toshi in Norway. Okay, yeah, if you want to sue fake Toshi, be my guest. I don't. Again, I'm not a big fan of suing people, but welcome back, dude. You know, one thing that's funny about Jim Jones, fake Toshi, and BSV, he at times they ask him, "Did you make Bitcoin? Are you did you come up with Bitcoin?" And he says, "Yes." Well, yeah, he plays with words a lot. He considers BSV to be Bitcoin. So in that demented world, he made Bitcoin because they think BSV is Bitcoin. He definitely made BSV, right? If it weren't for fake Toshi, if it weren't for Jim Jones, with help from billionaire Calvin, but there would be no BSV. So he made BSV, and in Guyana, where they drink the Kool-Aid, they think BSV is Bitcoin, but we know Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin, and I guess 1 BSV equals 2% of a Bitcoin or something like that. Pound that like button. Okay, more numbers for you, for all you fiat freaks, all the people that said, well, once Bitcoin doubles its the low, that means it's in a bull market. And the lowest it got during this bear market, when everyone was so scared, not here, it got down to 3,100, and then everyone was so happy when it got to 6,200. Well, now it's gotten over 9,300 for a bit, because of course, 25 years ago was 1994, and the magical bot predicted that it would go to 9,400 on the. Yeah, we already went through that nonsense. But no, so it's triple. I mean, the people who believe. Why do you guys want some magical bot and charts to like tell you everything? So now it's triple the bear market low. I don't know if too many other people are saying, oh, it's going to go back down there. We're going to go back into a bear market. I don't know about that one, dudes. You fiat freaks. Now it's triple. It seems like there's some momentum, and a lot of people are actually, guess what they're doing? They're buying Bitcoin. So when people buy Bitcoin, the price goes up. Oh yeah, it's not all those traders selling and panicking and weak handing anymore. There's actually, people buying and people realizing like, oh, I shouldn't have like gotten into fiat. Now I better get back into Bitcoin. Oh, I can't get back into Bitcoin because my bank won't let me have my fiat. Too bad for you dudes. I mean, we know here you hold your Bitcoin, you get your interest on your Bitcoin through crypto dividends. We're going to talk about that in a second. We don't play games with fiat and banks and that nonsense. By the way, yeah, this says Satoshi Nakamoto. It's a good shirt. You can get shirts like this. They're linked to below. I was thrown off there for a second. Okay, Serenium, the Serenium crypto dividend. A guy in my who leaves some helpful comments in the comment section sometimes. He said that he went to. I linked to it below, but be very careful, people. He went to Fork Delta, and he found out that they're selling Serenium there, and he actually sold it and did well. I went to Fork Delta. The site is messed up. That's putting it nicely. If you log into it, and if you have Ethereum, don't like log in with through MetaMask with your main Ethereum address. Just don't do it. It's risky. It's a funky site. Right now, Serenium is like less than 30 cents. So there, some people ask, how much is it worth? Less than 30 cents at least. You can't even say the site is messy. Be careful. I shouldn't even be saying this, but people have asked. So there you go. There's a price point for that crypto dividend, and yeah, good luck. Good luck there. We'll let it get on some other exchanges, and let Fork Delta be a little less funky, and maybe we'll talk about it some more. And we're going to talk about Ethereum in a second, by the way. The Block Crypto. Oh yeah, right now. The Block Crypto has an article that says, and this is some future pump dates are listed in this article if you're an Ethereum freak. Ethereum 2.0 phase 0 set to launch on the 3rd of January 2020. Okay, and look, nice pick of a date. They pick January 3rd, which is of course the Satoshi Nakamoto date. Hey, they know what the king is if they're picking January 3rd as their Ethereum 2.0 day. And DevCon 5 will be held in Osaka, Japan, October 8th to 10th. So yeah, Ethereum always pumps around days like that. Yeah, good luck to them. I mean, Ethereum 2.0, I don't even know. I don't even want to get into it. Good luck. Bitcoin is Bitcoin, by the way. There's no 2.0. It's like, that's it. That's what you get. It doesn't change. Proof of work, it stays, okay? Okay, moving on. Jeet. Let's talk about trading altcoins for a second. We talked about Serenium, which of course is the only reason I talk about it is because we got it for free, Bitcoin holders. But Jeet says trading alt, and Jeet was on the show on Friday this week in Bitcoin. Check it out. It's linked to below. He is great. Techbalt.com, TCHBALT, pound that like button. Trading altcoins based on charts is a loser's game. It's a gambler's game, Jeet. And gamblers are losers. Yeah, definitely. Most of the time when you're gambling and when you're trading, you lose like 90% of the time. It's horrible. But the house wins, dudes. But he's talking about, he retweeted a thread where someone was like saying, "Ooh, look how much Grin has gone up lately." Oh, and then all these people, and they're like, "Well, the chart predicted it," or you're going to do charts with altcoins now? Come on, is basically what Jeet was saying. But there are all these people in the thread saying, "Yeah, Grin is a great buy. Grin, I bought Grin when it was $2. Oh, it's a great buy now. This, that, all this Grin." And I'm just shaking my head. Meanwhile, here where we got the insider information, we're going to get a free Mimblewimble coin. We're going to get a free version of Grin, and so instead of giving up our precious Bitcoin to buy nonsense like Grin, we're going to hold our Bitcoin and get free Grin, which is Mimblewimble coin with a cap on it. There's a limited supply type of Grin or Beam or whatever you want to call this flavor of the month type of stuff that's going on. So again, it's the flavor of the month lately, Grin and Beam. Great. Stretch that out until I can sell my MWC, my Mimblewimble coin. That is linked to below. Again, I talk about Mimblewimble coin because it gets it creates this environment where we understand that holding is the best thing to do for your Bitcoin. You get you get interest, you get crypto dividends. But remember, guys, this is not my project. This is Chris's project. So people ask me like questions about it, and I've said it many times. I'm going to say it again. Chris and the guys over there, Andy, they'll answer your questions. It's linked to below, mwc.mw. I'm not here to answer your questions. If you really want me to answer your Mimblewimble questions, you set up an appointment with me and you pay me a lot, and we'll talk about it, okay? But guys, they're very accessible. mwc.mw. They have all their social media stuff linked to below. Chris watches like every one of my shows. You can DM him anytime. It's all on the site. So don't ask me, ask them. They've got good customer service. I know in cryptocurrency, people are used to horrible customer service. You give your money to an ICO and then they just run away with it. And of course, they're not answering your emails. He's got good customer service over there at mwc.mw. It is linked to below. So yeah, if you guys ask me questions, I'm just going to say, please ask the MWC team these type of questions. They are easily accessible through social media. So thank you. Today, when I was at synagogue, there was a guy from South Africa there, a Jewish guy from South Africa. And we were talking, I said, well, I was in South Africa. And he said, why were you in South Africa? And I started talking about Bitcoin. He already knew about Bitcoin. He said, oh yeah, quite a few South Africans are into Bitcoin. And he knew about the Tezos thing, because I think I don't know much about that Tezos thing. There's lawsuits, it's an ICO, it's complete nonsense. But he knew about it. He knew because there's South Africans involved with it. And we have said on the show before, we've theorized on the show before that there's a high, it's not that many people in South Africa that own Bitcoin, but percentage-wise, compared to other countries, it's high. It's high. And this guy knew about it. And he knew that people knew about it, that were buying it there. So again, there's my little South Africa Bitcoin real life run-in of the day. Going back to altcoins, CoinMarketCap claimed that on June the 14th, they were going to only list circulating supply of coins that were using the circulating supply on approved of exchanges. And they were going to make big changes on Flag Day, which was on Friday, June the 14th. And they've done nothing at all. Oh, CoinMarketCap. I linked to their Twitter below, so maybe they're updated the situation. So as of today, Monday the 17th, 25 years since you know what, no, they haven't changed a darn thing over CoinMarketCap. Oh, God. There are better sites than CoinMarketCap out there, but everybody goes to CoinMarketCap. It's still a centralized point of weakness in our ecosystem. That for altcoins, at least for Bitcoin, who gives a darn? We know Bitcoin is next Bitcoin. But if you are an altcoiner, and I know there's a few of you out there, you rely on CoinMarketCap for a lot of your hype. Again, that's what you get with a centralized altcoin. You end up depending on a centralized authority like CoinMarketCap. I do hope that CoinMarketCap actually does what they say they're going to do and make their site more legitimate, and actually show the real circulating supplies of these coins and really rank the ones that should be ranked, that are legitimate. All right. Now, here's a funny thing. All Bitcoin holders, not just the ones who watch this show, because we know if you watch this show, you've got insider information, okay? That this is the home of Bitcoin insider information, of course. But best guest in the space on this freaking show, pound that like button. But MarketWatch, which is a traditional mainstream economic source of information for all the normies, compared to this article, all Bitcoin holders have insider information. Why Bitcoin hasn't gone to zero and is now knocking on the door of $10,000. Oh my, what an article that is. Why Bitcoin hasn't gone to zero? You guys are behind the times. Like, you're really behind the time. But most people are behind the time. A lot of the people that I meet, they're like, well, didn't Bitcoin get hacked? Because they only get bits and pieces of mainstream articles, and we've been in a fiat bear market, so they've only been getting bad vibes from the mainstream media. So now, all of a sudden, MarketWatch wakes up. So if you've just been a mainstreamer this whole time, oh man, you're behind the times, and any Bitcoin holder worth anything has got insider information compared to the normies that read that stuff. But hey, it's some of the people that were down on Bitcoin, some of these mainstream organizations, now they're just getting back on the bandwagon. I see a lot of people reappearing. Same with some of the personalities that were really hyping crypto before, but then disappeared. Now they're back again. So, hey, that's welcome back. This is where the big boys play, guys. Some of us, we don't run away when things look down in terms of fiat. We got the strong hand here, and we don't sell our Bitcoin either. Offended by selling. Pound that like button. Feels like I skipped something, but continue. All right, who's this guy? Kyle Bass, Kyle Bass, is a key lever in the, here we go, Hong Kong, dude. This is Hong Kong. This is serious stuff. As a key lever in the insidious extradition bill, Chinese authorities can freeze Hong Kong bank accounts and other assets. Hong Kong's top finance officials were kept in the dark about this. Hong Kongers have begun to move assets out of Hong Kong, though Lam has paused the bill for now. Okay, I don't care if that bill has been paused. The threat is there that the Chinese communist authorities are very much into confiscating people's bank accounts and turning them off in Hong Kong. Hong Kong people, if you're watching this, you already should have bought Bitcoin yesterday. That is unconfiscatable. Avoid this worst case scenario that could be on the horizon with this insidious extradition bill. They're not hiding anything anymore. The Chinese authorities don't be under their thumb. Okay, you don't have to be under their thumb. Bitcoin frees you. It frees you. And I know there's some smart dudes out there, and so just don't talk about it. You don't want to be a no coiner in Hong Kong. Definitely, you want to be a Bitcoiner in Hong Kong. You'll be in fine shape. So it's sad news that that's part of the bill, but it's good news for Bitcoin. And Jay Gilroy, sorry, man, I messed it up. Thank you, Adam. Offended by selling is what makes me save more Bitcoin. I'm glad you like that saying. Some people were offended by the offended by selling saying. You can check out yesterday's show. I talked about that a little bit. I love it. I think it is a freaking hilarious saying, and I'm glad it keeps your hands strong, man. I'm really glad. I'm glad to hear that, and yeah, maybe my next T-shirt. Okay, finally, out of Israel, Udi, my buddy Udi, who is like the most popular Israeli Bitcoiner on Twitter, because Israeli Bitcoiners don't go on the Twitter for some reason, except for Udi. He had a tweet out there recently, September 9th to 16th, 4 days of the Tel Aviv blockchain week are strictly Bitcoin. So apparently Tel Aviv's having a blockchain week from the 9th to the 16th of September, and 4 of the days are Bitcoin only. And that just reminds me, I'm going to be in Tel Aviv during that time period. So I don't know if I'll go to the blockchain week event, but I do know that a lot of people will be coming in from out of town, and I recommend they go to the Bitcoin embassy right in the middle of Tel Aviv, right near the Tel Aviv Stock Exchange, and I will definitely be there. And I'm there every Sunday night at the when I am in Tel Aviv. I'm there every Sunday night at the Bitcoin embassy. So that's exciting news that there's a Tel Aviv blockchain week, and I'm sure there'll be all sorts of ICO people there. But I'm sure there'll be all sorts of Bitcoin people there. So that's where the big boys play. And yeah, and I will be in Israel starting July the 11th to September 23rd or something like that. I don't know. But I'm here in LA until July the 1st, and I'll be in Baltimore for about 10 days, and then Israel. All right, and of course Australia. Sydney, Australia, guys. October 17th to 24th, and Adelaide, Australia, October 24th to till Thanksgiving, till November 26th or something like that. All right, that's it. Adam sports those 70 sideburns. I could see him on a Rockford File episodes in 1977, shooting the breeze with Jim Rockford. My father would talk about that show. He liked that show. So my father told me there was a show in the 70s called the Rockford, whatever it was. But my sideburns actually are from Brady Anderson of the Baltimore Orioles. They're not 70 sideburns. They're, I guess, 1990 sideburns. That's when Brady Anderson played for the Orioles. So that's where I actually got the sideburns idea from. So a great Baltimore Oriole. Yeah, he hit 51 home runs one year somehow. He also stole 50 bases one year. Probably not for the same reason he was able to hit those 51 home runs. Anyway, we don't know what he did and didn't do. All sorts of Brady Anderson rumors out there. Pound that like button. But we welcome all sorts of men to this show. And women. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, check out the links below. Pound that like button. Bang that bell button. I will say hi to you guys in the chat right now. Good show. Bye-bye.